How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. We have some OTA changes hitting this morning in Marvel Snap. A couple of them are pretty big, a few of them just some minor tweaks. I just want to go over them really quickly with you. You may have already seen them, just give you my thoughts again very quickly. And so the first nerf that we are getting is Spider-Man. He's going from a 4-3 to a 5-4. This one kind of hurts. It's Spider-Man month. He's getting nerfed in his month. I'm a big fan of like Spider-Man Professor X control decks, and now they're not really as viable. He's kind of just another Professor X, so he kind of fills in that same role that Professor X does while being a little bit more flexible if you're playing like Doom or something like that. So it's a little bit disappointing. I'm gonna have to tweak my control decks that I've been playing, but it is what it is. That's what these OTAs are for. The next nerf buff, I don't know yet, is Beast. He goes from a 2-2 to a 3-4. He has the same ability. The increased cost I don't think is so bad. I think he's played in a lot of bounce decks, and with those bounce decks, a lot of the times you're floating mana here and there, and Beast now being 4 power might actually be a buff. He is a little bit more difficult to play because he costs 1 more, but if you're floating mana a lot in those decks and just getting that extra 2 power out of nowhere, could work out as an overall positive. Obviously, in every situation, it's not going to be a positive. Sometimes you're not going to get everything in that you want to get in, but on average, this might be a buff. We're just going to have to kind of wait and see. The next nerf is Hood. He's going from a 1-2 to a 1-3. I think they're trying to punish people a little bit more for playing him without some way to destroy him. Also, if you're playing a Viper deck, like a junk deck, and you play Hood and you send him over, I guess it's a buff to those decks. But I don't really have a problem with this one. A Hood, I guess, is played a lot. I think he's played a lot in archetypes that can get rid of him though, so I don't think this is going to change much. Next one is Rogue. She's going from a 3-1 to a 3-2. I'm excited for this one. I really like Rogue. I like her effect, and I haven't really been able to play her much because she just seems like a worse Enchantress. Maybe just other better 3-drops in her slot, specifically in like Silver Surfer or something. Other 3-drops just are better and more useful. So I do like this buff. I'm excited to give Rogue another try. Hopefully this bumps her up enough to be played more. I wouldn't say she's unplayable now, but I hope it lets her get played more. And the last buff is Medusa. She stays a 2-2, and she goes from a +2 power to a +3 power. Again, I think just another good buff. I think maybe if they made her a 2-3 with +2 power, obviously that's better, but it could let her see play because she's a little more flexible in playing in other lanes. You don't have to play her in the middle lane because 3 power for 2 costs is still fairly good, but that's not how she works. You get +3 power if you play in the middle lane. So hopefully she will see play. I still don't think she will. I think there's just better 2-drops to be played, and the little extra power that you get from her over those 2-drops are just not quite worth it. But again, we'll see. This puts her on par with like the old Lizard, and if you're playing some sort of deck that can consistently drop her middle, again, we'll see. I like them buffing a lot of these cards that aren't used as much, like Medusa. I think it's been a long time coming. And I'm excited to see kind of what else they buff over the next OTA changes. I like these changes overall. Spider-Man's a little disappointing, but it was needed. So I hope you like my breakdown. I don't do a lot of these, but let me know in the comments if you like them, and if you kind of like my insight, if you want to hear more of it. I know I do a lot of bundle breakdowns, and that's kind of what you guys are here for, but I want to cover more of just kind of game news and advice on play. I have hit infinite every season for a while now. I don't remember. I think Zabu season was the last one I didn't hit. So I think I have a little bit of insight to help you guys out in playing better as well as spending your money better. So as usual, if you love all things Marvel Snap, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see you in the next one.